graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
This is an alert from Central Dispatch. Major disturbance reported.
You're listening to the BNC show on the whatever the fuck network this is.
As you can tell, it's the BNC show.
Welcome back. Week 5. Almost halfway through the first season. Account is still active. Hadn't got any cease or desist letters yet, so that's good news.
But yeah, we've got a couple lawsuit letters, but I just burned them up.
I was gonna say, you can throw them in the trash.
I never received it.
That's what I do.
You can just use them for rolling papers. I mean, either way.
That could happen.
We got a jam-packed show. We got 2 special guests in the pink room with us today.
It is a pink room.
We got Pablo in the building, straight back from North Dakota. He's gonna tell us all about that. We got Buddy Rowe, Cool Chris in the building.
Buddy Rowe.
So we got a lot to hit today. A lot of cool stuff this week in history. Paying college athletes, eye surgery, lots of stuff, man. It's the BNC show. Be back in 10 seconds.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. This is the Fat Muffin Man, and I was just calling to confirm this order that I had just got placed from this residence. Credit card number XXXXX75. Expiration date. We'll just go over that when you call back. But anyway, this is the Fat Muffin Man. I was calling to confirm these orders for these cake balls. And we're making a lot of cake balls, guys. A lot of cake balls are going on. Okay, so just give me a call.
You left a scrunchie in my truck too, guy. I'm not embarrassed to say that, but if I had a girlfriend, she'd kick my ass for that.
I know. That's why I did it. I'm like trying to get you fucked up. Like, who is this?
Go for it.
Whose scrunchie is this?
Who the fuck?
Seas, I swear.
It's C's, I promise. Oh man,
How we looking on the levels?
Doesn't sound too good either.
Well, see, I put C in a bad spot too.
B,
I probably shouldn't even
B
say
almost
this.
got me in a lot of trouble.
Holy
we
shit.
were.
He allowed me to use his room.
I don't know
and
how
I
long
left
this
the
ago.
condom wrapper.
Left the fucking condom wrapper in my room, and then my girlfriend at the time came home. Was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Oh, call B right now."
Call B.
Call B right
on the speaker.
now.
I knew as soon as he called. He was like, "B, what'd you leave in my room, dog?" I was like, "Oh shit, I threw the condom away, not the wrapper." Sorry, bro. I know you got swung on for that shit.
Oh man, still got a black eye.
It's good when it happened 10 years ago. You know.
I would have gotten killed for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mess with crazy women, you just get killed. There's no questions asked.
Well, they looking under the bed anyway. We ain't. I mean, that's where it was. I think.
Like, baby, I promise there's no ghost, there's no boogeyman. She's looking under the bed.
Oh boy.
So we got Pablo in the building.
It's Pablo.
Facebook.com/PYRROH for more information on that. So what's going on in North Dakota? You're in Minot. What's going on?
Minot, North Dakota, man. Shit. Where do I even start?
You actually started in, where were you at? Houston?
Well, yep. Actually, I went from here to Houston. I was there for 2 weeks, hanging out with my brother, who probably still ain't doing shit. So, shout out to him, my one and only fan.
Jumping music scene down there, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. There's always something to do. Let's put it that way. You can always get into something.
Is that kind of the reason you went out there?
Yeah, mainly, and then to work with my brother because he's the film guy. So he does movies. I do music. He does movies. So I went out there to really help him, like kickstart and fucking light a fire up under him.
Yeah.
Just because he needs that, but. Again, like I say, he probably still ain't doing nothing. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. And he'll come back. He'll say something. He'll try to attack me. I'm like, all right, come on. Then what are you really doing? Prove it. Let me see what you got.
Good. Maybe we'll have a call-in guest.
So what? So you left Houston, and then you went from Houston to Minot, or what happened?
Yeah, I went straight. It took about a day to get from Houston to Minot.
Is that a bus? Or?
Yeah, just getting on the bus. I mean, I recommend Megabus. Anybody?
Yeah,
Megabus.
Bus is a good mode of transportation, but it's a terrible journey.
Oh my god! I mean, but it's cheap though. That's the only thing.
3-day travel.
Yeah, you hit every bus stop on the way. It took me like 6 hours to go from Yuma to Phoenix, which is a 2.5 hour drive.
I mean,
Hit
did
all kinds
they
of
at least
little
serve
towns.
peanuts and small sodas?
I wish. I wish. But yeah, I get up to Minot, and I get up there in March, And
it's still fucking winter.
Yeah, basically. But see, I didn't think it was like that because when I got there, it was nice for like the first couple of days. I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. This ain't nothing. And all of a sudden, that snowstorm hit, and I was like, oh shit.
That was a beast snowstorm.
I was like, man, that was one of the biggest snowstorms North Dakota has seen in like 10 years. And I got there right in the middle of it, like, welcome to North Dakota.
Mother Nature saying,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah, welcome to your new home. Like, all right, here we go.
Come back in the summer, motherfucker.
Hey, yeah, you get what 10 months just straight cold. Like it was just snowing in the middle of May.
What?
Right before I left. Yeah, in the middle of May.
Jesus.
So
what are you working on up there?
Right now, I don't know. I was flipping some chicken. Just doing that for 60 hours a week. Why not?
Well, you had a little studio, I thought. So
Yeah. Actually, I got accepted into the art space up there.
nice.
Wow.
Which is a building in downtown. It's just filled with artists.
Okay.
So, our rent's income based, and it's run basically by the government. And all they do is just allow you to have a place to go and do your art.
But what is what does downtown might not look like?
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta explain that.
Yeah. I've
At
never
the
been
time,
in
it
North
was
Dakota.
covered in snow, I think he said.
All right, here we go. Downtown is basically two streets. It's Broadway,
Two whole
Main
blocks.
Street.
Do they have a light?
they got three.
Or they relying on each other?
No, they got lights. It's the same thing. It's basically South Charlotte, if I was to put it in any kind of terms. South Charlotte from Carmel Commons to Arboretum. That's it. That's
Wow.
all you got. It's not big at all by any means.
So
But-
no lights. Everybody hold yourself.
Yeah,
on
basically.
And yeah, they got the art space, which is cool. I mean, do you think those are, in your opinion, because you looked into it a little bit, are they in other cities?
Yeah, they got them. It's a nationwide program, so they got them everywhere. They even got one in Gastonia here. For artists here.
So you say art. Like, what is that? Like, what are you? What
What
part
do
of
I
it?
do?
Yes.
I do audio engineering and like mixing, recording the music. I play music instruments. I also do wax on glass. So that
So what
You might
kind of
have to
instruments
explain
do
that
you
for
play?
everybody.
yeah.
What instruments do you play?
I play the guitar. I play the bass. I dabble on the piano. I guess you could say.
So you fit in with the BNC show.
Oh yeah, these guys already know me.
Pablo was one of the few, one of the only two promoters that were booking us in this town. So big up to Pablo and all that he's done. He was behind all the artist mingles that were going down at the NC Music Factory.
That was, yep.
Pablo's always been dug into this into the Charlotte area, so I'm hoping you're having some success to wherever you go. That's a lot of fantastic stuff you got going on.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on with this Bonnaroo thing? I know you've had a blotter project you've been working on.
Yeah, that's one project concept we came up with over there in Minot, and it's me and one of my neighbors. And she originally had a bunch of blotter art everywhere, and I didn't know it was until I looked at it. I was like, what the really? Like, can I, do you mind?
For the people who don't know what blotter art, what is it?
Blotter art is just basically the paper. Well, what we're using it as is just the artwork. We're not using the actual LSD. This is what people put LSD on, the blotter paper, So you get individual squares that make up a bigger picture. So every picture that we design is always one big sheet, and we're talking close to 1,000 squares.
I guess, and not making fun, but when it snows like a motherfucker outside, you don't really go nowhere. I mean,
exactly.
So you might as well take yourself other places.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Snowshoes, blotter art.
Yeah. You'll figure it out real quick.
So what else you got going on the upcoming stuff? You've been working with a guy named Tanner Ing. Tell me, what can you tell me about him? Where is their site? Is there a site where people can go?
Turtle. I mean, I would just say go to just Google him. Just Google. His name is Tanner Ing, ENGH. I think. I don't know. Yeah, that's. He's cool. And when you listen to his music, you just be like, damn, Slim Shady's back from the dead, because I don't know where you found this guy, but that's Slim Shady all over again.
C does not like Slim Shady, for the record.
Oh.
I don't. I'm just one of those kind of guys to where you say whatever you want. I encourage artists to do to just be artists, man. But like I feel like guys like him and Marilyn Manson sometimes just are shock for the sake of being shock. I mean, they even admit to it. Oh, well, I say things I don't really mean. Well, like what? Why the fuck are you saying them, man? You know, I mean, that's just my. That's just my.
It's just to get like people
to sell records.
To get people to like oh shit.
Did
he just say that? Like
that's why I'm switching to techno where there's less words because everybody's lying.
There you go.
Everybody's lying. Somebody's selling drugs. They got all these girls, and when you see them, they don't.
I heard a song the other day on Un Radio, and it basically because there was back in the day, and it's still probably the same, but like rappers rented their jewelry and things like that. So the song. And y'all probably know it when I say it, but he's talking about I own that. You know, I was like, you know, it's just, you know, everybody comes up from somewhere, and I'm not knocking anybody. Trust me, man. But some music is a little ridiculous nowadays. But I got to go back because I just watched, you know, a little documentary on Notorious Big and Tupac, and I gotta just as a devil's advocate say that I think these 1 in a million type of dudes and women are just eccentric because they are. So
they're before their time. That's why they are killed.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I mean, you kind of opened Pandora's box here.
I probably did. It's just fresh on my mind.
It's just it's almost a distraction. You know, we love pop stars. We love drama. We love all that shit, and it's
something to watch.
And I want to blame the media and I want to blame those outlets, but at the same time, us being consumers, not us in the room, but I mean, pop culture, we just eat it up.
Right. I mean, now you just opened another Pandora's box.
I know.
Because now we're dealing with human, like, psychology.
You're right.
So, good luck with that one.
All right, well, you're listening to BNC Show. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Peace.
Don't you ever fuck with the best corner in the game. Who's talking now? Crabtree! Don't you ever fuck with the best corner in the game. Alright?
You're listening to the BNC Show on the whatever the fuck network this is.
Welcome back to the BNC Show, brought to you by the Fat Muffin Man. Makes muffins so good you want to smack your mama. Make sure you take a look at those. LongDirtyHair.com for more information. So the other guest we have in the room, he does a show with Kodak, and they've obviously been talking a lot of shit about us. It's Buddy Rowe. We got Cool Chris in the building. What's going on, Cool Chris?
Nothing much. You know, it's the BNC show. You know, we got jealous. We felt like we had to do something. We got to do a collaboration and get that going.
Now I'm a little upset with you guys because I felt like, you know, you went straight for the jugular early. You got Oprah talking about you guys.
Yeah.
How the hell can we compete with Oprah, man? That's not fair.
You can't. It's
we can't.
It's because we're black. You know, we can get her.
You know, you guys pulled that card too early. You know, I don't know.
Trying to get Dr. Phil on.
I saw how you guys got girls riding on Sabins and everything. You already got your video chats up.
You got the Cameron Pink Range.
We barely got mics for everybody.
Yeah,
you guys got high def cameras and girls coming in
the pink room. Yeah, these guys got everything.
You see, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get on Howard Stern's level.
I see that.
And I mean, how do you feel about Howard Stern? Like, how do you?
I have something incredibly embarrassing that I'll admit about that.
Bring it out.
Obviously, he had a show on E, where they were like, you know, doing the video broadcast of his show in the morning. And they would literally have these girls. Jenna Jameson was big at the time.
Oh, I know.
And those girls would have orgasms and shit on his show.
Oh, yeah, he did. He shaved the girls, you know.
Oh, he would get down.
God, he was shaving them. They was letting them. I mean,
so anyway,
not?
I mean, that was I think I was 12 or whenever I was. But that was the first time I could ever, like, get myself to ejaculate was to the Howard Stern show. So
well,
big up to Howard Stern.
Me too. Can't lie.
Yeah, I'll throw it out, man. I don't care. I'll tell you.
Jesus. Hey. Here we go again. But
I'll admit it.
No, that was a good show, and Howard Stern, he was a lucky guy. He'd just be there like, oh God, that's hot. Yeah. Jeez, that's sexy.
Man. Like the same thing we were saying about Eminem. It was just almost like pushing the envelope just to push it.
Yeah, but when you got a porn star and you guys, you know, the guys, they go in the bathroom and have these porn stars get them hard and then measure them. I mean, what's not to like about that?
It's a rough gig, man. rough gig.
That's a hell of an industry.
My favorite one was Robin. I think she was sexy.
She was good.
She
was good.
She kept the show tame, I think.
Oh yeah,
Even though
they
it
had a
isn't
good
even
thing
tame.
going. They had a good thing going.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on it? I mean, everybody kind of has a different spin on his rise, and Howard Stern, obviously.
I mean,
a pioneer.
The reason was, I brought it up because I think that's something that we should try to do in the future with, get a camera, somebody. I mean, it doesn't have to be nothing, extravagant, but let everybody see how we interact. I mean, that's not it.
You guys are good looking.
Not as good looking as you, sir.
No, I don't know about that. I think
what I'm trying to do is get dreads. I think that's what I need to do.
Don't. You'll get thrown out. Your girl will throw you out.
Didn't that already happen? Didn't we establish that?
I don't know.
But Howard Stern. The whole thing with Howard Stern, I brought it up because that was a memory from my childhood. I mean, you hit the nail on the head when you said it. I mean, it was just. That was that thing you late night you rub one out to.
If you got cable, that was the only thing that you had access to. You didn't have Skinamax, man.
No. Yeah, unless you were good at.
Scrambled.
Oh yeah, you gotta
the scramble.
You're adjusting the antenna. You got your foot in the air.
I think that's a titty. Is that a titty? The titty.
Everybody.
Yo, is it clear yet? Yeah,
Everybody-
it's
everybody-
like watching them WWF events. You trying to unscramble them.
I was good at looking through the static. I was good with figures through the static, and I just did it that way.
Because you could still hear the bad jazz music in the background.
Oh yeah.
Well, we all thought we were pretty smart putting aluminum foil all over that thing, like just trying to extend it out to the aliens or something.
I used a fork.
Did you?
I took the top off, cut it, and I put the fork in the hole, and
And just
And I
to remind
forked
people, this is back in the day where you had to get up and actually push the button or pull it out on that TV, because that's they did have nice TV. We didn't have them, but you had to get up, pull the button out to turn on, and then you try to get creative, throw tennis balls at it to cut it off.
I actually had a turn knob.
It was
it
was the volume knob too. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Turn knob. I mean,
You had to get up. It stayed on PBS all day.
Hey, well, PBS. I used to watch some stuff on PBS. I think it was the Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Franklin.
Arthur.
That's what. Arthur.
What was that big red dog? Clifford. Big shout out to Clifford.
The reading rainbow.
Big ups.
Don't take my word for it.
And now you know.
Take a look.
You gotta take my word.
The guy from Star Trek dealing with little kids and books. I mean, what's not to like?
Oh man.
He was a G about it too.
Butterfly in the sky.
He was a G about it too, and that's something that I don't know if they do this shit in schools nowadays either. But man, we got to watch that shit. Yeah, I love that. It'd be like 12:30, turn it on.
Everybody singing.
Teacher go back, take a nap.
Yeah, you wouldn't let them forget neither.
We're
You'd be
not
like,
turning the lights off.
11:59. Ain't you supposed to be doing something right now?
Oh,
Reading
boy.
Rainbow.
Now half our audience is singing that shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be in your head all day. That one and the Doug theme song is real bad.
Oh, yeah. All right, now y'all got to copy. This is copyright shit.
Okay.
Well, I gotta hit him with the chicka papa, the chicka papa.
His girlfriend was named Patty Mayonnaise.
Oh man, and Skeeter.
Who where did he come from? They had that badass Skrillex looking motherfucker as the bad dude.
With bacon, he had bacon hair.
Yeah,
His head looked like a piece of bacon.
Bacon hair.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, he had some adventures.
So what else you got? Mexican Twins. What's that about?
All right.
Oh boy.
Kodak had a. You Mexican, I know. I got it. You went to Houston. We got it.
All right.
Okay. Dang, you had to be here for this story, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kodak gave you some deep dark, history from his past. So let me just go ahead and say, okay.
All right.
I'm at a house party.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Right. Good start. This girl walks in, redhead, and she's giving me the eye when she walks in. I think nothing of it. Now we start taking shots of tequila.
Oh boy.
That's when the trouble starts.
You're in trouble
That's
at this point.
the devil's juice. So she comes over. She starts dancing on me. Mexican dude walks over to me. And he's like, yo, you dancing with my girl. Now the whole time I'm like, dude, she came at me. I didn't come at her. You know, trying to keep the peace. It's my friend's, house party. So I get a little bit too drunk. So I go upstairs, try to, rest it off a little bit, lay down. I'm in his room. The door opens. I see a silhouette. The light comes on. It's the redhead. She locks the door. I said, look, you got a man. She said, no, I don't. He's an ex. He's tripping. I said, okay. So I had that handy dandy.
Just rationalized. This dude's still in the crib, and it just rationalized.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool.
So.
All right, we got that guy out of the picture now. Where were we?
All I need is word of mouth, man. So I dig into my pocket, get that. One of my good friends back in the day was a handy dandy Trojan man, you know. So we do the do. We get done. We go downstairs. Everybody see us walking out together.
Smelling like latex.
Dun, dun, dun.
We open up the door.
Like sex.
We open up the door, let all the stank out, how it go. So we get outside. So he approaches me like, what the hell you doing in the room with my girl?
Oh, no.
I said, whoa. She said, y'all not even together no more. Take that up with her. I got mine. I'm getting ready to walk away. Now this other motherfucker walks in the door and looks just like him. His twin brother.
Dang.
Oh no! Now there's two of them. You don't know which one's mad at you.
No, but
now you gotta be nice to both of them.
But check this out.
You must have went to one of them blotter parties.
There was four of them.
Maybe it was just one of him, and I saw two. Maybe
on the agave there.
So he walks over. He starts cussing at the girl. Grab her by the arm. What the fuck are you doing here? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, the other twin brother wasn't her boyfriend. That was just a brother. So now he lied to his brother's girlfriend, saying that, lying about who he was, took her to a party. Her real boyfriend happens to show up.
He faked his she faked his own fucking holy crap.
Right? So she got him,
Wow.
And so that goes on. Her boyfriend beats up his brother. They go outside and they fist fight. Now, I start coming down.
Because this isn't the first time they did this shit.
It can't be.
This is the 10th time they've executed this.
They were talking in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't verify that. But it was a lot being said. So now after he beats up his brother, I'm coming down off my buzz, and I'm like, I'm laughing at it because this shit's funny to me. They're fighting over a girl that I just smashed. I'm not that kind of guy, but I'm not that kind of guy.
I somehow got myself out of the equation.
I just like how the guy could fake the other guy's girlfriend, like, because they go together. You'd think that he'd have a mole or something on his neck that she could tell that.
Wouldn't that
that's
be awesome
Eric
if you had
Brent.
a twin brother? You could just switch girls. You'd be like, hey, I'll go to your house for a couple
But the
days.
thing is, she would have to get them naked. Maybe one of them got a crook in their dick. You never know. So she can't tell. Maybe he got a mole on his. The
nuances. You wouldn't know where anything in the house was.
Right.
If she'd pick something up, she'd be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Did she buy you a steak or something? Did she feed you? She gave you a show, and a lot more.
Was there dinner and a show?
Yeah, exactly. Was she?
Yeah.
Did you get a steak that night?
Right.
There was. Well,
did she at least bring the tequila?
Do something.
I'll say it was, some finger foods there,
You listen to the B&C show. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is Devane Smith. The reason why I'm calling is there's my trash outside here has been piling up, and just to say my neighbor he had some trash receptacles that he hadn't been using to the full capacity, and I just took it upon myself to go ahead and confiscate some of them canisters. And now he want to come over saying I owe him some money. I don't think I owe him any money.
So what's up with the eye surgery, man? What is it called?
Well, there's different types, man, but I guess the main one that everybody would probably have known and heard about is the LASIK.
LASIK. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, it started out quite primitive, and I think they still do these some way, but they would cut the lens of your eye with a small blade, shoot the laser, cast from Atlantis, and then your eye would essentially be healed up. You need a day or so, but it's kind of a cool. I'm looking into it myself. My family, people in my family have gotten it. I've heard great reviews, and
your sister had it done, right?
Yeah, and I've also seen the
big shout out to
adverse.
Veronica.
Yeah, big shout out. Love my sister. But yeah, she said it works great. She recommended her doctor.
What was the recovery time?
Hers, I think she was back to work the next day or the day after.
Holy hell!
Yeah, it was fast. So,
and it's back to 20/20 vision or what?
I think they can get it close. They say
Okay.
most cases you get it close. Now this is not the end all be all.
Okay.
It's kind of like a root canal or something like that. You got to maintain.
Sure.
Every decade or so. But
sure.
It's that oil, right? The oil.
I don't know what they do. Honestly, I failed to gather the down payment, which is pretty affordable.
How much is it?
I just got jizzed on by a beer.
I'm drenched in cum.
I am drenched in that shit. It hit me right in the face too. If anybody really wants to know, it didn't get on my lip.
This is where your video chat comes in handy, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I just have to use a good method of describing that. Yeah. It flew on my face. All right. But no. Back to the eye surgery.
What was the down payment? It wasn't that bad, right?
No. I think it's like $250 per eye, or and it varies with doctors and companies and things like
that's
that. But they do
doable.
finance, yeah. And
Very doable.
I think insurances might carry it and or cover it, and shit. I mean, it's really not that bad.
Okay.
I actually had a friend who had some laser surgery done with his eyes, and he ended up. They actually put like a oil bag behind his eye, and that's the routine maintenance on it was the oil and maintaining that, making sure that it's not depleting, getting there, and just making sure that it was good, checking on his eyesight.
See, now I'm scared, man. Putting an oil bag behind my eye, man.
What, you drive a car, right? Oil change, that's it.
No, I'm with it. I mean, I understand what you're
Filter.
saying, but I'm just like, when you get like a little piece of lint or hair right down in there, and you're afraid that fucker's gonna go behind your eyeball.
Nightmare.
It scared me too when he told me about it, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but you know how sometimes you look off to the side, you see that little squiggly?
Yeah.
That tries to get back in your vision, you look away from it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would figure it's like looking through
I
like
thought I was the only one that had that type shit.
No. When I was a kid, I used to think that was my imagination, like, working. But I thought it was like looking through a lava lamp. Like looking through a lava lamp with oil. And I just,
I mean, I'm trying to count all the ones
Okay.
right now, man. What the fuck? Do you've looked into that? Do the doctors know what that's called?
Squigglies.
Is that the okay?
Squiggleitis.
Okay.
Squigglies.
Can I get it on my balls?
I don't know.
Okay.
If there's a chick looking at it hard enough, your balls will get the squiggles.
B had plastic surgery on something over there. I don't know. I
Right
think
up
you
on the penis.
Right on the penis.
right up on the penis. I like boobs.
That's gonna be. I guess that's the catchphrase.
that you have a couple. You definitely have a couple.
Yeah.
So here's a stat that's just going to run you guys over. So everybody's talking about how they should pay college athletes or not. Well, the Alabama football team alone brings in more money than all the NHL hockey teams combined.
That is a crazy stat.
Well, you're just saying selling their brand, right? You're not saying that
Well,
actual
jersey
football players are
sales.
getting paid
No,
by them now. Because as I understand, you are
Yeah.
not allowed. But
Yeah,
they all
no
do it.
payments going on right now. So I want to get everybody's opinion on this. I mean, everybody played ball at some level, or and flirted with the idea of maybe having to go to college. And then, what would you do if you were in that situation? Because only a small percentage of the guys that actually do get a scholarship and that do make it to the next level are actually picked up to professionals. But the only thing that really upsets me is we knew some guys that had got scholarships when they were in high school, got hurt, and then got their scholarships yanked. Or like teams like that, big teams like Bama and stuff like that, will recruit more guys than they really have enough scholarships for.
Oh yeah, it's not a problem for them. The name sells it. Period.
From now on, they'll spell mutiny with my name.
Yes, hi. This is Cleveland from the Mountainside Neighborhood Association, and I was just calling because I had been informed by my local brew witches that there was some long-haired motherfucker over there, and we don't like that kind over on Mountainside. We try to keep things nice and clean. If he could maybe wash his hair before he comes in our neighborhood again, we'd appreciate it.
You're listening to the BNC show on the whatever the fuck network this is.
There was something that I wanted to bring up. You know,
Go ahead.
What's your top 5 favorite fighting forces, B?
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to hit you with mine first, or mine first? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with I like the Avengers. I like X-Men. I like the Ninja Turtle. Now these last two might throw you off a little bit, but I was a big fan of the Powerpuff Girls.
What? Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. See, I was an uncle at a young age, so I watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls. I babysat it. That's what I did. I turned on, Cartoon Network and let Powerpuff Girls do it for me. But my last one, the chicks from Sailor Moon.
No.
It had to be. See, you guys are not even looking at it from my point of view.
What?
When they transformed, they got naked. I mean, they were glittery and shit, but they were naked. They were like, Moon, Prism, get naked, bitch. That's what it was.
They did it, and that was they were pretty cute in what they were wearing. Anyway, not the
tied to them and the two girl fighting forces was to the bottom because I didn't want to hit you guys with the girls in between.
All right, you didn't want to hit me with what? Where?
I don't know.
Okay.
Further review.
Okay. Well, shit. I just appreciate the commentary.
I like
Sailor
that.
Moon did have a motherfucker in a tuxedo.
No, I got to pass on it. I got to veto the Sailor Moon.
So here we go.
All right, what else you got?
The best fighting forces for me.
I
like Andy and Barney.
Who?
Andy and Barney from the Andy Griffith Show.
Okay.
Yeah, I like. I'm just trying to remain
out of what I said.
Yeah, but I do like the Ninja Turtles.
The cast from NCIS and shit like that.
Well, I'm just going. I like Teddy Ruxpin.
Who?
You know my favorite fighting force.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Rupskin.
Who the hell is that?
This is
a bear.
A bear.
You don't remember Ted?
Bear.
The movie Ted?
Rupskin.
Okay.
He was cool. But anyway,
all right.
And I'm taking y'all way back with that
fighting
one.
Force.
My favorite fighting force was me and my buddy doll. We took it, man. Power wheel straight to the danger. Or no, big wheel. Whatever we had, man. I also had a little car. Like, my dad was awesome for this.
Did you
I had like
stunts?
the pedal. Like, yeah, the pedal. It was the Batmobile though.
The yellow top and the black. Oh no.
No, this is the other thing. You had to like pedal with your feet, and you could get a little bit of speed. Still had plastic wheels and things, but
yeah.
You always peel that.
I used that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used that. And I know I broke off from your thing, and I have no idea what the other two would be. I do like the Ghostbusters.
I don't think you have. I think you're right on topic. I mean, when he said fighting forces, I did think
Marvel.
Cartoon.
Well, I like that little comedy too, because
Yeah, I like it not being only cartoon. That's fantastic.
Let me see here. So I got the Ghostbusters down.
Fighting force. Who do you got? You got anything?
Shit. Inspector Gadget.
Baller.
Yeah, there you go. Inspector Gadget.
Oh, and the Brain. His name was Brain.
Brain. And they had that fresh ass watch.
Yeah.
Who else? Some crime fighting force.
Go, Gadget, ding dong.
Motherfucker had a helicopter come out of his head.
He fly out of there. All right, well, you're listening to the BNC show. Next up, This Week in History. Be back in 10 seconds.
Come on, Meat Man. Let's go break the law to fill your primitive need.
All right, This Week in History, man. Let's just, I don't know. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't care. So we're going to keep doing it. I think it's fun. I mean, we always going to push the envelope on the BNC show. But, I mean, I think, whether you're looking up videos of frogs getting humped by monkeys, or whether you're researching, stuff we talk about in astronomy, at least you're doing something. At least you're like, doing digging. At least that's my twisted take on the whole thing.
Well, it also gives us something to talk about, because need it.
We'll sit here and cut up about some bullshit the whole time. We need
the
some
whole
kind
time.
of structure.
Yeah. We're really bad about form, but everybody's like, all right, well,
All our shows
what's your
are
thing?
longer
I'm
and
like,
longer,
I don't,
which is good.
I don't
need
know
some
what our
substance.
thing is.
Well, let's go ahead, jump on.
All
in.
right,
Let's
well,
see what-
1922, President Harding was the first president to be heard on radio. It was 1922, so
that is interesting.
now it's 2014, and pretty much any idiots can
Same time.
broadcast.
I got jizzed on again by another beer. This time it was on the leg. I appreciate it.
You can never
I've been hit.
aim.
I've been hit by both the guests now.
You can't aim.
So okay, back to Harding.
Sorry to cut you off. There.
That's
Well,
no, I mean that was
presidents
pretty
back
much
in the
a.
day, they
you
had a
know,
hard time, getting communication. After the Pearl Harbor deal, I think it was the Pearl Harbor deal. See, this is why I'm so bad at this. But the president actually found out and then had to wait like hours and hours for more info.
My favorite radio story was the War of the Worlds thing when H.G. Wells read War of the Worlds live on radio, and everybody thought it was really happening.
That freaked the people
And
out.
everybody
I mean, that
freaked
is,
the fuck
Well, he
out,
was
man.
talking about some wild shit.
But that was like a TV show to them. They used to do that. They used to do their soap operas on the radio.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't TV. I mean, if it was, it was 4 inches and it was black and white and it was one channel.
Yeah, that's before AC too, so it was a hot, boring night.
Oh my God!
to the radio.
Ain't
But
nothing to
actually,
do.
And you just got done working out in the field because that's how you ate.
You're not even allowed to dance. Like you're dancing, you're getting in trouble. You're getting banned from the town if you have a dance
sneak
party.
out to the sock hop. It was in a fucking barn.
Footloose, kick off your Sunday shoes.
Back then, people were willing to get thrown out of town for dancing. Now, people just smoke their vaporizers and wave glow sticks, which is fine. No disrespect to the guys that wave glow sticks, but those are the only guys that are doing anything in the audience at this point. I mean, I've been playing out for a while, and it's degraded down to where everybody's just standing around smoking vapes. That's all they're doing at the club. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, there are phone parties and there are cool parties out there that you run into, but I mean, most of the time, if you go out on a Thursday night or a Friday night, everybody's just standing around
fantastic
smoking.
festivals though, like your Coachella. You have.
This is not talking about festivals. I mean, like the scenes, like little
but
local
phone parties
parties
been out
and stuff.
Forever. Phone parties just seems like that and the smoke parties where they bunch of dry ice and all kind of crazy shit.
New.
What I like is so you have your black and white parties that is dealing with what you wear dress wise, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like true gangster, you'll go and put a black tie on, and there's a chance they might not even let you.
They
in the
might not
club.
let you in.
And that shit is hilarious to me.
So what you do is you go with the white. You don't wear a tie. Keep the tie in your pocket. When you get in, you put it on.
See, now you're planning. But you went to all the trouble to buy the ticket for the party that was specifically themed, and now you want to wear a red hat.
But you got to think about it. I mean,
it's like
the Beastie Boys said it best. You got to fight for your right to party.
And it's cool to party anyway. I know that people have house parties that are themed like the 80s parties and your
with the redheads.
Halloween's a big one.
Well, how about this? What is all right? Just you have to say one. So, what is your favorite party that you've ever been to? Doesn't matter what genre, anything. It could be an organized party or a little house party. Give me a little 2-minute story
Do we
of
have to talk about the content?
The best party, and you got 2 minutes. You can't suck up all 30 minutes of the show on the best party.
Suck up.
I'll start just to show you kind of the tempo we're looking for.
All right.
So there was a party while I was in Seattle for Halloween. They took over a Catholic high school and threw a fucking rave. It smelled like granola and dreads in there, and I was out of my mind, and it was really crazy to be like in a high school, like laying on lockers, watching everybody in their costumes, just out of your mind, and everybody just like, yeah. I mean, think about how cool that would be. A rave, everybody out of your mind, dressed up, partying in a high school, in a Catholic high school at that.
Getting in trouble.
What do you got, B? What's your who's next?
Mine is pretty fair and simple. It was in San Jose. Went out there on a trip with the girlfriend. Essentially, I guess, just got in a little spat. So we took the trains different directions. I know how cliche that is, but we got back together after this. But I was riding the train back because my stupid ass got on the train going out of town. And we were leaving this next day, and San Jose does this every Thursday, so it's quite cool. So I'm sitting next to these these girls are talking about going downtown and to this party during the daytime. Awesome. So I get there, I talk to them, and I'm like, can I go? You know, just anything to clear the mind a little bit. So I just follow them. They essentially, like, just great hospitality. I went to this party, okay, there's cops all around. There's probably 2,000 people downtown San Jose just getting it. Some reggae band playing. They're passing around drums and shit in the audience. You can go sit in your corner and beat on some drums. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, like, bands like Third Eye Blind play there on Thursday. Every Thursday they do this. But there was so much. And, you know, it's always been, and it's getting a lot more tolerance. But in Cali this day, the entire city was full of smoke. And people were just rolling things and packing things and all of that. So that was a pretty cool experience for me, I'd say.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Am I?
You go ahead. You want to go?
You go first. All right, I'll go first. All right. Talking about parties. I'm at a house party that ended up turning into a beach party. In Florida was where I'm from, you know, sexy Jamaican, you know, whatever. But we get to the beach. Body pops their trunk. Has 2 15s in the back. Start playing music. It's a small group. It's about 30 of us. We start off. It's going. It turns into like 50 people. Then there's random people start joining us, and we ended up getting, I'd say, about 75 people there. All of the music's coming out of a trunk. Damn. And yeah, and it was this I'll go and say Dominican chick. And she comes over to me. We're at the beach, so we go up under the pier. And she's like, well, we're going to do some X. Oh, damn. And it was my first time, so I didn't want, just give it to me.
Oh, no, it's his first time.
So I was like, I didn't want you to just give it to me and I put it in my mouth and just take it. I wanted the movie experience. You put it on your tongue, then you put it in my mouth with your tongue. I mean, it's just the way, you want
it off your butt real quick.
Hey, her ass was so nice. I would have did it. I mean, just plain and simple. But we ended up going on the pier, and we went up onto the pier and walked down to the end, and the whole time I had a handful of sand, and I was just rubbing it in my hand, and it felt amazing. And I was just touching on shit, and it was just crazy. We ended up getting back down to the party, and me and her ended up going up under the pier, and we got into a little, hot and heavy kind of situation, and I mean, there's X involved. You can't help that. But I mean, it was just good.
Oh man,
it was just an experience. But the one thing was, I never got that same experience again, fucking around with it. I just never got the same experience.
His magical moment. All right, let's keep it moving. 1983 Pioneer 10. Something we sent out into space to collect some data for us. It departed the solar system in 1983. Pioneer 10. Leads me into the next question I want to ask you guys. So they're doing the whole Mars trip. Would you go?
Is this
one way
that I don't have to come back?
This is one way, baby.
I can't come back.
There's no coming back.
So, how many people are they sending?
Well, I don't get into any stats because I don't have them in front of me. But just let's say they contacted you and they're like, "Listen, we like what you're doing." And take this question for everybody in the room. Your own craft, your own art, your own mind frame. We like your way of thinking. Come with us.
Okay.
Would you go?
My question is like, I have kids. Is family invited? Because I ain't going if my family ain't invited.
I'm afraid family is not invited. It's a one-ticket
just go
trip.
And
One-ticket trip.
I guess I would only have concerns with that project's gonna fail at least one time, especially because we can't breathe that shit. So if the bubble breaks, everybody's just, I guess.
So that's two no's.
I
two
would.
No's? No, nobody would go. Nobody would go.
with Mars, I would have to turn it down. I mean, think about it. Our culture, the way our culture is, we always rush things so fast, and then after the first time, we get it right.
Yeah.
So if they did it like on the third time, I let the first 2 times go, and then I would think about it the third time because we would get it right. They would have, statistics to go off of, like, okay, look, the bubble sucks.
These
new
are
bubble.
all great points you guys are making, and the only thing, my job playing devil's advocate is that they have a TV production deal already done for this project.
This is happening.
I feel bad for those sad motherfuckers. Then
This is going down. This is going down.
And it's going to be on TV.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to watch this because I want to see what the heck they got going on.
I'd go.
Of course you would.
It's no problems. I love my family. I love my loved ones.
He want to be the first dreadhead on Mars.
I would go.
I can't say that I won't go, or that I will.
It's like you motherfuckers are on mics all the time.
It's weird getting something shoved in your face.
Oh hell! Like there's like 5 mics in my face.
Speaking to the tip.
You like the one that's rounded or the one that's flat? We've got a couple variations.
Like, all right, hold on.
Which one do you like?
It's kind of like the media.
Yeah.
What kind of underwear do you wear?
Pablo, you saw the shooting. Yo, that man was crazy.
All right, so this one's pretty fun. 1984, Ghostbusters released. All right, so it's the 30-year anniversary. They're re-releasing it in theaters. Ghostbusters were huge for me, man. I loved Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was a big deal for me. I had this Ghostbuster outfit, like the same little jumpsuit, and I don't remember how old. I mean, I'm so bad with saying when I'm at. Yeah, exactly. So we're in the neighborhood. We're playing basketball. There's like 20 or 30 kids out there, and I'm wearing this fucking Ghostbuster jumpsuit.
Hot as shit.
And a girl that was probably a year or 2 older than me thought it'd be funny to unzip my little Ghostbuster jumpsuit, and I had like little tidy whitey Supermans on or something. I was so embarrassed I ran home.
Conflict of interest.
So yeah, so that was my horror story about the Ghostbusters. I love the Ghostbusters. They were such a big. I had the little pack. Yeah, I had everything, man. I loved the game.
I had
Ghostbusters,
so many ghosts
man.
and ghouls that I had like a box to keep them in.
Ghostbusters was fun.
I had this big ass Slimer pillow.
That sounds messy.
Oh, it got messy.
I was always afraid of that big marshmallow, man.
Oh, he was a beast mode.
I just thought
don't think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow. I couldn't help it.
What'd you think of, Brae?
I couldn't help it.
Or whatever.
I still say don't cross the streams. People have no idea what I'm talking about. They're like, what? Okay.
What are you talking about?
They said don't do it, and then they Captain Planet that motherfucker. They actually did it. They crossed the streams, made one big stream, and handled that shit.
Oh man, this one, the last one, I had to check the date and make sure this was accurate. 1990, gentlemen. 2 live crew arrested for obscenity in Hollywood, Florida. 2 members of the rap crew, 2 live crew, arrested after a quote-unquote X-rated adult-only performance. And basically the charges were in connection with an obscene, lewd performance. Was the charge. So this is 1990. Obviously, that was that whole song, "Me So Horny, Me Love You Long Time." Yeah. And I think but again, it was an adults-only show, so it was probably like something you'd see at a strip club, But you're in Florida. All you guys have been to Florida. You guys know what it's like in Florida.
Born and raised.
Strip clubs are everywhere, and I mean it's just. But 1990, these guys got arrested for having a concert, and were charged with obscenity. And all you guys, well, I mean, isn't that ludicrous? All you guys were alive.
I don't know. I was 3.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, thanks for the insight on that. I mean, that's excellent insight.
He was running around naked too.
Shit, I was running around me so horny too. You 3 years old, you walk around with a hard on. You can't help it.
Well,
no,
but being arrested for something that you like, your art. To be arrested for it, I don't know. Is that you just sacrificing yourself?
Yeah, and you put adults only as well.
Exactly. I mean, if it's an adult only show, then you need to understand that
it could get crazy.
Were there any kids there? Probably not, because it's an adult only show. So why does it matter?
Something happened to Akon a few years ago, where he had an adult
See,
show.
That girl was
yeah,
underage.
it was an adult-only show.
And she was
So the
underage.
club fucked
the
up.
fact that she was underage is why he got into some shit about that. But
Yeah. I mean, he
Let me ask
only
you-
did that because he thought that she was. Yeah.
You guys have played shows by yourself. You've thrown your own parties and all that. B, let me ask you this. You know, anytime back in the Feathered Serpent days or anything like that, or an Adamstone show, were you ever thinking about, oh, well, we need to make sure the guy that's checking IDs is doing his job? No, we got other shit to worry about. You got sound check, and you got to make sure your fucking bass player isn't pawning off his guitar, his fucking cabinets and shit. You got things you're worried about. You're not worried about it's like that's the club's job. But at the end of the day, when the fucking shit hits the fan, they weren't going after the guy checking IDs that night. They went after Akon.
Well, I mean, for a second there, I mean,
exactly.
we that one place that we kept playing, we ran the shows. We paid the crew we paid the club for their security. And what was like 120 bucks.
Everything after like
So
$200 or whatever.
We paid that.
You
They
gotta
made their
pay
bar
the door
money.
guy. You pay
and then we made
it used to be you pay the
a little bit of
sound,
money.
You pay the door.
Yeah.
And then you pay, I guess, the bartender. You can give them a little bit, whatever. And then pay the performers, and everybody goes home.
Yeah. I mean, so there's different instances where you go and you don't get paid at all. But I've never once. I'll tell you this: I've never really once wanted to get naked like that. So I'm not.
But yeah, and then
Because you haven't been messing around with that blood art, is what I'm saying.
I guess so. Well, see, there are crazy bands like what's the
get arrested for your own. See, and that's funny because they stopped me at the fucking airport on my way here.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
All right, and
You
they were
look- you
looking.
do fit some kind
they
of
were
description.
looking in it, and they were like, what is this? And they open, because it's in my little Bonnaroo lunchbox, which, a metal lunchbox with all this shit crammed in it.
But you do call it lunch.
Yeah. Give me something to eat. So they opened it, and they're just like, oh, wow. They start like pulling it out, and they're like, okay, we're just going to scan this again.
Mm-hmm.
And they scanned it like 4 times, and finally they're like, okay, we just wanted to make sure. We couldn't tell what it was. And I'm like, come on, you knew exactly what it was. You just couldn't do shit about it.
They tested my supplements like it was cocaine. I had a bunch of stuff when I was going back from Seattle to Charlotte, back and forth. I'd bring supplements back, and they'd pull me out and they'd dump all my shit out, and they're rubbing cloth on it. And I didn't know. I was like, why are they rubbing cloth on it? And once I got to where I was going, I talked to my old man who does security for the airport. Nothing that you like, not the guys on the scanners, but the guys in the testing facilities. The heavier shit, the back room type shit. Yeah. And he said, yeah, they thought you had coke. They thought it was coke.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, think about it. Think about it.
Protein.
What's a good way to bring it back?
It's a white powder. We got this dread head.
Would that be a good way to bring it back?
Well,
yeah.
see, I mean,
somebody probably did that already.
And I can't believe they.
That's the only reason they checked you.
Well, I just can't believe they didn't make you actually have to have it sealed up.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good for your safety.
Oh, but they didn't open it. All they did is rub this cloth on it. So let's say let's just say you're in a place to where
they thought it was coke. I mean, they might have thought it was a bomb.
Oh yeah, if your
material.
roommate is involved with that type of stuff or something like that, and then you go to the airport, you could pop just because the residue's in the air. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, you can have like ricin or arsenic in there.
Isn't lye something like some shit like that? Like
that should have burned.
It burned. It blows. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean
something to do with a bomb.
Yeah. This time. Yeah. We just. Yeah.
I mean,
they're gonna be paranoid about everything. That's you gotta face that.
It's a federal thing. The airport's a federal territory, so they take it seriously. Although everybody's always cranky. People traveling and people working there.
Back to the whole Mars
thing. That's why
thing.
I try to make it as easy as possible.
Me too.
I just try to I have everything ready. Here you go. Boom. All right, go ahead, check it. You need to check it, by all means, check it. Because I already know what I can and can't bring.
Yeah.
So why bring things that I can't bring?
And if it's a 3-hour travel, just buy a toothpaste there.
Don't bring it.
But that's what I was saying, like the whole Mars thing. I mean, creature of habit. You mess up.
Yeah.
Then they fix it. That's why I said the first one, I wouldn't do it.
Yep.
Because you know what? Everything they live for now is because somebody done brought it in and somebody done already did it.
Fair enough.
You learn.
Fair enough.
I guess that's the evolutionary part of it. It's like you only have to gain another part of the puzzle, and then it starts making sense again. It's like, holy shit, okay, this is what can happen. So then, but then under the tense of that, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do to people.
Right.
Like, it's a double-edged sword.
You're listening to the BNC Show. Be back in 10 seconds.
On the cold and gray Chicago moon, another little baby child is born in the ghetto.
So this is the BNC Show. It's the 5th week. It's in the books, man. I'd like to give a big thank you to Chris for coming in. I'd like to give a big thank you to Pablo for coming in. It was a lot of fun.
We appreciate it.
Added a lot of
very
fun
interesting stories going down.
Really, thank you guys for having me, man. There's some good things. I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody. So
to get more stuff on,
be ready for that on the Facebook.
So Pablo's account, facebook.com/PYRROH. Again, that's facebook.com/PYRROH. Make sure you add Pablo. Big thank you to Cool Chris, Buddy Rowe, from our rival show.
How many names you got?
The Kodak and Cool Chris show.
We appreciate you coming on, man.
Big shout out.
It's called C-Square.
C-Square, you guys getting better ratings than us already.
Already. Just off the hype.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in your imagination. I mean,
well, you never know. You could be some segment on I don't know where I was going with that.
Spit it out.
Yeah.
I hate it when you can't spit it out. See,
no comment.
It's a BNC Show. We'll see you next week. Y'all enjoy yourselves.
Have
Thanks
a good
for
one.
tuning in, man. Everybody say good night to the people.
Good night. Good night. I'll see y'all.
good night.